The Hanuman Chalisa face-off continues to dominate the politics of Maharashtra. Now, BMC is preparing to take action against the couple for violations in their car residence. The civic body listed out 10 violations after inspecting their house. BMC has issued a show-cause notice to the lawmaker couple and asked them to file a reply within 7 days. The letter served to the Rana says that the couple would be prosecuted if they fail to provide sufficient cause. The Ranas have alleged that the action being taken against them is due to political vendetta of Uddhav government. Remember, the BMC inspection at the Rana's residence took place when they had flown to Delhi to meet Lok Sabha Speaker after their bail.
Why are you going to Delhi?
See, first of all, I'll tell you all the situation, whatever happened from lockup to jail. Because of complaints against them, here I have registered complaint, I have given complaint, but nobody has worked on that. And I know I will not get justice from Maharashtra. I have to go and knock the door of central government.
What do you think about the sedition charges?
See, I am not going to talk about that particular subject because court has given me orders. Keep on particular subject, you should not talk or you should not meet any press conference. So I am not going to talk about that. Once the sedition, whatever it is, it will go off, then we'll talk. But whatever happened after that, it is my rights and Samvidhan has given me that right, so I am going to do on that.
All right, so this is Ranas versus the Mahavikas Aghadi Sarkar, and there is BMC action that is likely to take place against the Ranas, the timing of which is rather very questionable, but reportedly there have been 10 violations reported in the car residence of Navneet and Ravi Rana. Political war between Raj and Uddhav Thackeray has escalated. MNS Chief Raj Thackeray has sent a letter to Chief Minister Uddhav slamming him for action against MNS party workers. Here's a report.
Thackeray versus Thackeray reaches a whole new level. MNS Chief Raj Thackeray has shot off an angry letter to cousin and Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav over the loudspeaker Chalisa row. Raj Thackeray took to Twitter saying, "Do not test our patience. Power comes and goes. No one has a copper plate of power. Not even you, Uddhav Thackeray," and posted the letter. Raj Thackeray has slammed the Uddhav government for taking action against MNS party workers. Thackeray said as many as 28,000 MNS workers were served notices and many of them were arrested even before starting the agitation to take down the loudspeakers from the mosques. MNS chief said his party workers are being hunted down as if they are Pakistani terrorists. The Shiv Sena has accused the MNS chief of trying to disrupt harmony in the state.
It is out of frustration he is making such statements. He had some intentions, he expected some violence out of it, but which did not happen because the law and order have been maintained by the Honorable Chief Minister in a very wonderful way.
Raj Thackeray has been rooting for a ban on the use of loudspeakers for azan and has threatened to play Hanuman Chalisa at double the volume. The political face-off between the two warring Thackerays is taking a new turn every day now. Bureau Report, India Today.
The loudspeaker debate is getting louder. After UP and Maharashtra, it is now echoing in Karnataka. The Bommai government has issued a 15-day ultimatum to all institutions to comply with the Supreme Court guidelines on the noise limits. Here's a report.
Karnataka government's new ultimatum. Chief Minister Bommai issues notice to pull down unauthorized speakers from religious places within 15 days. Yes, the loudspeaker row which sparked off in Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh is now echoing in Karnataka. after Hindu right-wing group Sri Ram Sene pushed the BJP government to show some guts like Yogi did in Uttar Pradesh and crack down on loudspeakers at mosques, the Burmese government has quickly responded with a notice. The Chief Minister held a meeting with senior officers in Bengaluru and decided that a 15-day deadline be given to pull down all illegal loudspeakers and bring down decibel levels of those with permissions in place.
We are sure that law and order will not be disturbed and law and order will not be given into the hands of miscreants who are trying to disturb Karnataka's harmony.
Sri Ram Sene on Monday had launched protests across several temples in Bengaluru, Mysuru, Mandya, Bengam, Dharwad and Kalaburgi. They played the Hanuman Chalisa on temple loudspeakers, following which Bengaluru police stormed in to detain a few. Karnataka Congress calls this move an election gimmick orchestrated by the BJP.
Since elections are going to take place next year, you can be sure that one more issue is now going to crop up. And that is also going to be a communal one. So after the end of the Azan issue, there is going to be some other thing which is going to try to keep the communal divide active. And this is in the run-up to elections in 2023.
Karnataka government though remains firm on the order. Instructions have been given to take strict legal action against those who do not comply with the Supreme Court mandated loudspeaker guidelines. Bureau Report, India Today.
Communal tension simmers in Rajasthan's Bhilwara after 22-year-old Hindu boy was allegedly killed by members of another community after the deadly attack that took place on Tuesday night. The Vishwa Hindu Parishad, the BJP and Hindu Jagran Manch have called for a bandh in Bhilwara. 3 detained, including 2 minors. Internet services have been snapped.
ये जो घटना हुई है भिलवाड़ा के लिए बहुत शर्मनाक घटना है। पुलिस प्रशासन और इस सरकार के लिए आंखें खोलने वाली घटना है। इनको हम चेता के आए थे, जब हम मिलने गए थे तो कि ये रिएक्शन में कोई न कोई घटना जरूर होगी, आप सावधान रहना, लेकिन प्रशासन ने उस पर ध्यान नहीं दिया और ये घटना हो चुकी है।
ये घटना पुलिस की लापरवाही और प्रशासन की लापरवाही के चलते हुई है। जो दोषी लोग हैं उनको शीघ्र गिरफ्तार करें और परिवार की जो मांग है कि उसको मुआवजा दिया जाए, दोषियों को गिरफ्तार किया जाए, तब तक बॉडी नहीं उठाई जाएगी। और जिस तरह का आह्वान किया है, भिलवाड़ा में पिछले दिनों से घटनाएं हो रही है, उसमें जो भेदभाव है और जो निष्पक्षता नहीं है उसको लेकर और इस घटना को लेकर जो बंद का आह्वान किया है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी उसका पूरा समर्थन करेगी।
भिलवाड़ा के अंदर लगातार सांप्रदायिक घटनाएं हो रही है। 8-10 आदमी थे ये, जब तक पुलिस प्रशासन इन सबको गिरफ्तार नहीं करती है और जब तक परिवार की मांगे हैं 50 लाख का मुआवजा नहीं दे देती है, जब तक बॉडी को नहीं उठाया जाएगा और अनिश्चितकालीन तक भिलवाड़ा बंद किया जाएगा।
Congress leader Rahul Gandhi's video from Gujarat has created a massive political storm. In the video, Rahul Gandhi can be seen putting a garland on the railing of staircase of Vadodara Airport. The garland was made of cotton threads and was offered by Gujarat Congress leaders to him. The BJP has alleged that cotton yarn was Bapu's favourite and Rahul tossed that scarf at Vadodara Airport. The Saffron Party has accused the Congress leader of disrespecting Mahatma Gandhi. BJP leaders tweeted clips of Rahul Gandhi and demanded Congress apologise for the actions. Congress rejected the charges, called the incident a non-issue. Rahul Gandhi was on a day visit to Gujarat to address a rally in Vadodara.
ये सूती धागा इस स्वदेशी का भी प्रतीक था। ये सूती धागा देश के स्वतंत्र आंदोलन का भी प्रतीक था और यही सूती धागा पूज्य बापू के मूल्यों का भी प्रतीक है। इनका अपमान पूज्य बापू का अपमान है, पूरे गुजरात और पूरे देश का अपमान है। कांग्रेस को इसके लिए माफी मांगनी चाहिए।
The Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann has said that the RPG attack in Mohali is an attempt to spoil the atmosphere in the state of Punjab. Securing the border state is a big test for Mann, who is now under fire by the BJP and the Congress party, who are calling the Punjab Chief Minister incapable. Take a look.
An explosion that shook the intelligence office of the Punjab police. and with it brought the state's Aam Aadmi Party government under heavy political fire. As investigators probed the RPG-propelled grenade hit that caused no human injury in Mohali, Punjab's ruling Aam Aadmi Party confronts opposition onslaught. Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann is already being blamed for subservience to his party leader Arvind Kejriwal, a charge he stoutly denies. The Mohali blast delivered fresh ammunition to Congress to target the Mann government.
जब से आम आदमी पार्टी की पंजाब में सरकार रही है, कत्ल के केसेस में वृद्धि, पटियाला में दंगे, तरन तारण में RDX का मिलना और अब पुलिस के ही दफ्तर पे हमला हो जाना, ये बात दर्शाता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी केजरीवाल की जो पंजाब में सरकार है, पंजाब की सुरक्षा, अमन चैन के लिए हानिकारक है। अब माननीय भगवंत मान जी को जाग जाना चाहिए, उन्हें याद रखना चाहिए वो पंजाब के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, केवल केजरीवाल के प्रचार मंत्री नहीं हैं। देश के गृह मंत्री श्री अमित शाह जी से दरखास्त करूंगा कि सेंट्रल जांच एजेंसियों को जिम्मेदारी दी जाए मोहाली मामले की तह तक जाने के लिए, उसकी जांच करने के लिए।
The BJP took a tongue-in-cheek stance on Bhagwant Mann and Arvind Kejriwal.
ये कह देना कि ये माइनर है, भाई रॉकेट प्रोपेलर से एक ग्रेनेड फेंका जाता है, यार इसको माइनर अटैक और मेजर अटैक आप इसको कैसे कहेंगे? इससे बड़ा तो मुझे नहीं सकता कि अटैक हो सकता हो, और पंजाब में कभी हुआ भी नहीं इस तरह का। हम भगवंत मान जी के सपोर्ट में हैं, हम चाहते हैं कि वो इस लड़ाई को लड़ें, लेकिन वो केजरीवाल जी को छोड़ें। केजरीवाल जी की डिफरेंट प्रायोरिटीज़ हैं। केजरीवाल जी की प्रायोरिटी पंजाब की नहीं है, केजरीवाल जी की प्रायोरिटी सिख नहीं है।
Akali Chief Sukhbir Singh Badal warned the Aam Aadmi Party government not to use the Mohali explosion as a pretext to start witch hunt of Sikh youth. The ruling Aam Aadmi Party has fielded its own army in defence. The Chief Minister guaranteed swift action and prosecution.
कल रात जो मोहाली ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਘਟਨਾ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਮੈਂ DGP ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੰਟੈਲੀਜੈਂਸ ਦੇ ਅਫਸਰਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਲਈ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਸਾਰਾ ਡਿਟੇਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਨਿਕਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰੀਆਂ ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਵੀ ਗਈਆਂ, ਕੁਝ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਜੜਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਜਾਾਂਗੇ। ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਇਹੀ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਰੀਏ ਕਿ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਉਹ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਊਗਾ, ਸਖਤ ਤੋਂ ਸਖਤ ਸਜ਼ਾ ਮਿਲੂਗੀ।
His party brass called the Mohali explosion an attempt to incite hatred in Punjab.
पंजाब में मोहाली ब्लास्ट नफरत फैलाने की और डर फैलाने की एक कोशिश है। आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार, भगवंत मान जी की सरकार पंजाब का अमन चैन कायम करने के लिए पूरी तरीके से प्रतिबद्ध है और जो भी पंजाब का अमन चैन और शांति बिगाड़ने की कोशिश करेगा, शांति भंग करने की कोशिश करेगा, उसकी जगह जेल के सीखों के पीछे है।
Less than 2 months in office, the Aam Aadmi Party's first government in Punjab takes another test by fire over the Mohali blast after the Patiala clashes late last month. Bureau Report, India Today.
The Supreme Court has asked the centre to make its stance clear on the sedition law. A 3-judge bench headed by CJ N.V. Rana asked the centre to inform it about the pending cases under sedition law and how will the government take care of these cases. The apex court also asked the centre why can't sedition law cases be kept in abeyance till the re-examination process of the law is over. My colleague Anisha Mathur, who is also the legal eagle of India Today, with this report.
A day after the Narendra Modi government said it is re-examining clauses of the sedition law, the Supreme Court has asked the government if cases under Section 124A can be kept in abeyance till that happens. The 3-judge bench of CJI N.V. Ramanna, Justice Suryakant and Justice Hima Kohli has given the government time till Wednesday to clarify its stand. The court also agreed to give the government time to reconsider the sedition law, but it asked some pointed questions of the centre. The day saw spirited arguments by the government and petitioners who have challenged the sedition law. Here is how it unfolded after the court convened at 2 p.m. on Tuesday.
The apex court has, however, asked certain pertinent questions. First of all, what kind of time is it likely to take the centre to conduct this reconsideration exercise? And secondly, what happens to those who have been booked and arrested or would be booked and arrested under this particular law while the centre is going through its reconsideration exercise? All of these questions will now likely be answered in the hearing on Wednesday morning as the court resumes the hearing. With cameraman Ashwini Helan in New Delhi, this is Anisha Mathur for India Today.
The civil unrest in Sri Lanka has escalated to an unprecedented level over the past few days as the protests against the country's government over the economic crisis continues. At least 8 people have lost their lives in a violent protest against the incumbent government. India Today is bringing you a ground report. Here's more.
The island nation of Sri Lanka is facing one of its worst economic crises since its independence in 1948. We're seeing here that people have taken to the roads, and here behind me at Goldface you can see how people have camped in large numbers and have been protesting 24/7. Their demand is only one. They want the Rajapaksa family to go out of the government system. Already Mahinda Rajapaksa, due to these violent protests that were there, resigned on Monday. We had seen that around 8 people had died here and more than 200 people have been injured. Several MPs have been attacked. Their houses have been burned. Even Mahinda Rajapaksa, his house had been burned. All this is because of the kind of economic crisis, the unprecedented economic collapse that this island nation is now facing. Close to 22 million people have been struggling to get their basic necessities. We can even see here how basic commodities from food, gas, petrol, diesel, all of it are available only at exuberant prices. People are not able to afford it. There have been continuous power cuts. All this due to the failing government and the government's inability to actually control the diminishing foreign reserves and the crippling debt that the government has been into. Right now we can see how people at Goldface have been protesting. This is the seaside, and what you can see here is people have put up banners, posters, all demanding that Godba go away, go home, Gota 2022. These are the hashtags that have become very prominent here. Give us our stolen money back. These are some of the hashtags that people in Sri Lanka are now using and demanding the current government for taking up the responsibility and giving them a better future. We're seeing that these protests have been going on continuously, and now from last night onwards, we've been told that officials have been given power to open fire at people who are affecting any kind of public properties or trying to attack any kind of public properties. So that is a huge step forward. Already there have been several allegations of how the military is being given a lot of power. This entire protest is happening next to the old Parliament House, very close to Mahinda Rajapaksa's official residence. And at this point of time, Sri Lanka is lurching in the dark. We really don't know what will happen next, but the government of Sri Lanka, that is the president here, has been trying to get new members into the parliament, new people to take up the prime ministership. He had even approached the opposition party leaders, but all of them have denied this. And we need to see that the security of these MPs have also been questioned. Several of them have been attacked already. And we're seeing that the all-party meeting that was to be conducted today has been cancelled because the safety and security of these MPs were at question. So we can see that the political turmoil that is going on in Sri Lanka is one of the most gripping right now. With camera person Divyan from Sri Lanka, this is Akshay Nath for India Today.